Hey y'all, I was originally going to do a let's play, but my microphone audio got corrupted and it didn't work out. I've got so much footage here and thoughts. I really decided to make a review advertising the Bloodborne PlayStation D make for the PC. And if you're wondering why you see my face in the upper right corner, I recorded on OBS and included that. But again, the audio just got royally screwed up. Made by Lilith Walther. This is part of the Haunted PS1 community at large, which is an awesome community. And this game is a love letter to FromSoft's game Bloodborne. It doesn't cover the entire game, but the amount there is sizable and worth playing. She even redesigned some of the areas to give more meat to them, or redesigned them with the mechanics of this game as their focus. She added the stuff on her own. And everything feels thematically appropriate. Nothing feels out of place. One of the things I particularly like was the effort to add CRT filters to enhance the PlayStation aesthetic, which you can turn off or tinker with on your own. Not only that, but the game was limited in how it processed enemies and levels. Many areas that would feel so seamlessly interwoven in the PS4 title have to be segmented into separate chunks and separated by loading screens. A lot of this can also be unmitigated by the settings, like for instance, the 30 FPS level cap or the lower FPSs when there's a lot of enemies on screen. These are actually design choices and artistic decisions made to reflect the PlayStation era, but you could also just turn those off in the settings. It's whatever. These limitations for me both heighten the game and also put into perspective the gifts of ongoing technology. If Bloodborne could be held back by the PlayStation 4 software or hardware, what would a Bloodborne on PC or console in decades from now look like uninhibited? Right? It gives us perspective on time. Another limit was probably color. She opted to make it more gray and black, and there can be a bit more trouble recognizing the finer details of animation with the heavy shadows. That's a difficulty that's also informed by the CRT filter and limited polygon count. But I actually like the gray and black. This is just a personal choice by me. The orange contrast of the setting sky was striking in Bloodborne, but for me, this game does a lot with it still. It helps with that gothic mood. The combat feels tight, fast, and fluid. It feels like Bloodborne on the PS4, but as an indie game. There are some minor gripes when it comes to those nuances, especially in animations or specific moments where you can glitch out, which can happen. I'm sure she'll try to patch it how she can, but on this first release, there were 2 or 3 times where I had to revert back to a save or something just completely wild happened. I can especially tell it when I heavily tried to parry. But that's one of the other nice things about this title is you can actually save in different slots and at different times, which definitely helps with the balance, I think. The creative departures, in my opinion, pay off, though the game technically ends at Gascoigne, it doesn't really. And the extra content is added to make you feel like you've even gotten a glimpse at those later sections of Bloodborne she wasn't able to add. There's later game items like the Tenitrus to ensure weapon variety and to keep things spicy. Same thing with the arcane build. She did put things in to ensure that an arcane build was viable at this stage of Bloodborne. The game is a low price of free, and I would recommend anyone checking it out, especially if you haven't played Bloodborne. This is pretty close to communicating the responsive and fluid combat and the aesthetic appeal. It's a wonderful experience and basically a fantastic demo if you've never been able to even try what Bloodborne is like. So go check it out. Seriously, it's awesome. Bye, everybody.